Hey guys, I am visiting Brian again. We are in the middle of April, so here's another visit to Brian's yard. Hope you guys enjoy this.
In the past, and
This one, an Indian variety that I gave you, huh?
very small, skinny, cut it. And of course, this is the imapassan here. So this tree very much, the whole brand here.
Which Indian variety would I have given you? I can't remember.
Yeah, you say that the fruit is smaller, but very good. So we're happy to share the cutting, and that's one that took.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and look at my notes. Maybe I
Yeah.
have it somewhere.
But the rest of them look like most of them is Super Julie.
Most of them are Super Julie.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is the one that you grab. Unfortunately, first it did try to put out. Remember, you look wonderful, but then if nothing took before the winter, and after winter, look like the joy is not.
Yeah.
If it take that many months, I think the joy decay. Same for my grab here, look like dying.
Oh, okay.
But look at how weird this graph. It just come out and now have big flower. What the heck? Yeah.
Which graft is that?
No, all the fake. Have no idea now. Yeah. It can look like the Super Julie didn't try to bloom at all, so that's good.
That's interesting.
Very
Didn't it bloom,
unusual, isn't it?
Very
Usually.
bloom. I've only experienced two varieties so far that I grafted that didn't want to bloom, but I didn't keep track of Super Julie. But there was like two Indian varieties that grafted that never want to bloom right
my
away.
experience that all the grab late in the season, like October, November, they all put out flower.
You know, some of the
year.
scions I got from you, lemon zest, your seedling, they all
Mm-hmm.
bloomed. And
Now,
and your peach cobbler seedling has a bunch of fruitlets on it.
Oh,
it's like
Jesus.
a cluster of fruitlets.
Yeah. The peach cobbler for sure. Yeah, it's
So you said this one's Super Julie. What about that one? Is that one Super Julie too?
This is Super Julie.
Okay.
Now I just couldn't believe. I say it can't be all of them Super Julie.
I think you would like Super Julie. It's a good flavored one. Like you get it.
I mean, the
get it
leaf.
taste
Look at the leaf, so long, so big. Yeah, that one is weird, huh? The leaf, sort of like mother-in-law tongue kind of plant. It twists around.
But you're getting hit with powdery mildew.
Yeah, it has.
Same here at my place. Every time any of the new vegetative growth goes on this early this year, it's all
everywhere. But you look at that in the parson flower, not even get effect much.
It's nice and clean.
And this is Ukrung Tong.
Okay.
All of them have flower. All flower. I thought that we're going to have a ton of fruit this year. Turn out all female.
Turn out all males?
Oh yeah,
males? Yeah.
I couldn't see any.
I didn't hear about that until maybe a couple of years ago about how some of them produce all males. And so I've been keeping track of it. Yeah. And it's like, it's right. It's like all males. So
this graph gave me fruit a couple of years ago. I don't think you ever taste Ukrung from my graph.
Yeah, I have not tasted
Last year we didn't
okra.
have any in this tree, and same this year, just all male. But luckily, the back one here have plenty.
And you know what I've been doing is sometimes it's like just for insurance. Even if the flowers look good, I remove like 25% of it.
You remove
so it reblooms.
Okay.
Just in case like I look at it, I think it looks good, but I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I just remove some of it, just to kind of hedge my bet. Yeah.
Okay,
So.
not bad an idea. I thought for sure this tree gonna give a ton of fruit this year, but so the other observation right here. This is I grabbed also in my parson on unknown rootstock. Didn't push out a little bit here. Over a year, but it looked like this one survived here. This one turned a little yellow, so not much. And this is the graph I did. You see the graph here. I did some years ago on the same tree. Yeah, but look at how wonderful the fruit. I mean, the flower out. So for sure, this
Oh,
will
yeah. Looks
this
nice
will
and
have some
clean.
fruit for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I
look
think
very
we're like a
strong.
month away from like really good,
Yeah,
like warm weather, you
right,
know, and
right.
then everything's
I mean,
gonna
this
just
year
set.
is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year will be ton of fruit. And so I grabbed a bunch, but look like
Yeah. So you were saying on this, you removed a lot of Yamahas just because you have so many of them.
I remove all of them up because number one, they quite a bit of pound mildew too. And I think this one thing about Indian mango, I can tell now, the flower is very dense. Notice how dense they are compared to Immaparson. Yeah. You compare that to oak run. You can see the flower is less dense, and the characteristic of a flower look different.
Oh,
See
okay.
this? Yeah.
I've noticed that some of
Yeah.
the flowers are very dense and
Yeah.
some aren't.
It almost like some kind of herb. Yeah, it's kind of spy out. Oh yeah, you can see the fruit. The other thing that I also only spray the baking soda when I see the fruit about this size. When they about this size, I think that very much all the flower already open and the insect already finished with it. Yeah. I don't spray when they about this form. Yeah, I very much ignore it until I see for sure the male, female. Yeah, like
You spray before it opens?
No, I
you
spray
like
it about when they about form this size.
Okay. What about when it's just still pushing? Like when
I
it's
think the spray may or may not, but I think it may impact. Number one, that the insect may suck in the chemical. Number two, I don't know, the chemical may do something with the fruit. So I wait until this form, and then I will spray. Yeah, otherwise I just leave them alone, whatever, take it. Yeah, like Sam here, I leave it alone. You can see it, the power mildew. But there will be some flower that
it prevents the powdery mildew from getting onto the fruits.
Yeah.
Like lots of times if you don't spray it,
may.
it gets all on the fruitlets too. It's like
I thought about that too, but then you can see that some of the male and some of the female flowers still open, and so I say, what it impact with the insect or the wind pollination because it's wet, you know. So I let it dry.
So what I did in the past is like I sprayed before the flowers open, and then when the flowers open, then I stopped. And then
good point.
And then I would spray again if the powdery mildews kind of start covering.
That's a good point. For example, you see right here, flower very much open. And I think at this stage it's very sensitive to insect pollination and the wind carry. So I leave it dry like that. But once I see some section that cover with the male female fruit look good, then I may just focus in a smaller zone and just spray it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this year the first time that the seedling oak run that have flower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and some look at here. There's some female fruitlet already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
this is okra seedling.
Yep,
Yeah, it has a really nice structure. Like,
you can tell the leaf from the one that I cut over there, and very much I can tell from just the look of it now.
And how old do you think this is?
This probably 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one gets, two branch at the bottom, which is my mistake. I should have cut one of them up, but I leave it there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, this is very much wind protect area, so I won't worry about. Yeah, let me help you.
Oh no, I got it. Got it.
And our favorite
unnamed seedling, right?
Seedling. We call it peach cobbler seedling, but you can look at the flower, so that that strongly is a gene from Indian variety.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be has some of the Gary kind of gene, which is supposedly came from it's a Indian variety, it's a lineage.
0 pound mildew very much. You know, I don't know. This consider palm mildew.
Yeah, this is just spent blooms.
Yeah,
so there's
exactly.
no disease.
Spent.
Yeah.
And so it amazingly resists wild around. You see here,
Yeah.
lemon zest. It's all covered with palm mildew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon
But-
zest, it's
yeah,
a
look
tough
at
one.
this.
You have to really spray the,
Yeah.
the strong stuff,
Yeah,
you know?
Look at that. And compare next to it. This unnamed, seedling from, it's just zero. Amazing. This year will be ton of fruit on this. Look at that.
Yeah, I see
already
some
have
fruitlet
it.
that's pretty large
Yeah.
already. Like
Yeah.
up there, like you could see some
Yeah.
that's like the size
So
of
this variety
BBs.
for anyone, you know, in South California, that's a sure variety to grow. I mean, it tastes good, yield high, and no disease.
you gotta give this a name, bro. You gotta think of a name.
Yeah, serious,
and then
serious.
start distributing this out
Yeah,
once you
we have to. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like the lemon zest, I have a friend that has a really good fruit set right now, but you have to spray like copper and sulfur, you know, or else it's just not gonna. Or else it's just not gonna make
I
it
will
through
tell
the
you
powder
story
mildew.
about that. Yeah. So this is lemon zest, and this one I don't know. I doubt that it will help, but this, this grab over here is very much all the male accept. Yeah. This. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so a couple fruit very much. The rest of them, look at that. On top of your head, all
Yes, like,
male.
all
yeah.
spent.
There's nothing on it at all.
You know, I had that with my peach cobbler last year when it was like all male blooms. At first, I was like kind of, I was like, why isn't it setting? And then when I got further inspection,
Called
wow,
Maha Chinook. I mean,
this is Maha Chinook.
yeah,
Wow, yeah.
it's so easy, so I don't care. But you know, many of them just kind of curve like a fetus. That would be a board. Yeah, like this, I guarantee 100% will board. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that has
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, a
odd,
little
weird
curve.
shapes.
That may be over hole here. This one will form, but the other one will board. Same here. Yeah. So that's
Yeah, my place, everything is just pretty much like a BB right now. Some of your mangoes are really progressing fast.
this is ST Maui.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good fruit.
It's good. They very much easily susceptible to palm mildew.
Yeah,
But
they are.
luckily somehow, yeah.
Mine's get
Push
powdered.
away. I don't know. You guys can go home for up to here. And over here we'll show you for sure this year. You and I will have some ST Maui to eat.
Oh,
yeah, that's
mine's
for sure.
is looking pretty good too. Like
Yeah.
I actually sprayed mine's.
Yeah, funny. Look at over here.
This is still more Maha, right?
yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
Maha.
I gotta take
mean, I mean,
Oh
look
wow!
at
Look
that.
at all that. That is
Yeah.
insane.
And look at the sun side. This is on the west, so for sure we're gonna have early Maha. That's about the best if they lay jump. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
looks like an insane fruit
So that's
set.
why I decided that I'm going to cut off all the graph on that.
On the other
Yeah.
one.
But notice here, this cluster here very much, to me, it's just male. You don't see much at all. I spot
Maybe at the end tips.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Kinda happens at the end
Yeah.
tips sometimes. you
Same
get a
over
few
here.
females.
But luckily, this graph over here is where's it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
They
could
they
see it.
concentrate the tip
You
and
can see all that female
and
fruitlets.
and that behavior very much same for lemon zest. If you don't see here, forget it. Yeah, nothing. And I will show you the lemon zest, and we will have it too.
Which one is this one right here? There's a lot of fruitlets there.
Oh, okra.
Oh wow!
Luckily, you see the graph at the front right.
Yeah, yeah, that one didn't
zero.
intercept
But over
nothing.
here, we have a bunch of them over here.
Oh wow!
Yeah. All the top is okra. Same here too, but this one also span. A few fruit here. Yeah. Don't know, but look like it's okay. I can tell it's okay. this will both. It's funny, a fruit with a flower on a fruit. Yeah, that's
That is. Let
That's
me
an
see that.
okra. Very.
That
Sometimes
is
you have
weird.
three
I don't know if
fruit
you
on
guys
top
could
of each
see
other.
it, but it has a fruit.
Yeah, and have flower.
And
on
there's
the
a
fruit.
flower on the
Yeah.
end tip of it. Oh,
Yeah.
let me try to get a better picture of this.
Very crazy.
It's not
okra.
focusing. There it goes.
Yeah.
There's a fruit and there's like a flower on the end tip of the fruitlet. Bizarre. Okay.
Yeah. And this one have look like a tree of them. You see a fruit on a fruit and then a flower.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I see those.
Yeah.
I had some before where it's like two fruitlets kind of merged together, but
Yeah.
they tend to want. Those
Oh,
tend
yeah.
to end up all dropping.
Yep. I agree. You know, a couple of years ago, I do have almost like a two fruit on one and mature.
Yeah.
It looked like almost like a duck, yeah, with the tail and the head. So I left it alone. I don't know. This one may also take, yeah. It looked weird,
Yeah,
but then the
the
little
odd
two look like a very minor compared to the dominant, so it may be okay too. Yeah. Years ago, I tend to pick them throw away, but after I have a fruit that look like a duck, and I say, we'll take a chance, leave it there. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Which blooms is this one again?
This
Looks
is
really
peach
nice.
cobbler.
Peach cobbler.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely reminds me of peach cobbler when you point out. Yeah. Usually pretty clean blooms on a peach cobbler.
Exactly. Yeah.
But hard to find any females, right?
Yeah.
Are you finding any?
Here, male, female here. Yeah. That.
Yeah, see?
I thought
One
yesterday.
at the
Yeah.
end.
This,
Yeah.
but this double here may not. Yeah. Look at the fly here. I think very reliable. The fly on.
Yeah, but see this? This is like what I had last year where there was like no females. It was like all males. Like you're looking at it right now,
Yeah.
right? It's like you get a few females at the end of the tip,
Yeah.
but then everything else is all males
Well,
on the bottom.
that's what when the tree is still younger. In the first 2 years, it's very much all male. And
You know, in Florida, they say that it's too cool. Like sometimes too cool, it produces all male blooms. So I'm not sure if that's the case here in California too, but it would make sense.
Yeah, I think that they will emerge the male fruit out. Yeah.
Oh,
See
yeah.
that?
Oh,
Those
yeah,
big,
that one's
yeah.
Some nice BBs
Yeah,
on the peach
very
cobbler.
much. They will hold it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm confident they will have.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, they're reliable. Very much every year. Yeah, they have, and the flower is so clean. So I think that we will have. So over here is lemon zest grab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This
Yeah,
looking, this
yeah.
size
They
looking a
have-
little bit better.
Yep. There's a few. Yeah. Size like this is much better than the single one.
Yeah.
When I see a whole bunch on the tip, that look good. Yeah.
The shape looks kind of weird though. You think it might drop?
Yeah.
It's kind of.
You know, the other thing
not
that
as,
should we human clean up all the spent flower here so it will less kind of cluster for the fungus.
I think so, especially once it's really set already.
Yeah.
Do you like shaking it off?
Yep. I think, but the other thing that I think, wow, this sort of a development, been 100 or 1,000 years the way it is. So maybe there's a reason why. Maybe the stem need a little shade to protect from the sun, whatever.
Could be, because sometimes when the fruitlets early in the year really exposed, they kind of get this yellowing, and it looks like it kind of gets damaged a bit.
So two school of thought on it.
You could try some branches and then leave some branches
Exactly.
alone.
This cluster look good too. So we'll see if this really whole fruit or completely gone. I never have any fruit on this graft at all.
Really?
Yeah.
How many years?
It's been bloomed like this probably the last 4 years.
But you said you struggle with lemon zest in your yard. It doesn't want to set fruit.
But later we will show. This is the,
yes, we'll be back to the mango vine.
This crazy imitation bushing. Yeah, look at that. It will give one or two fruit somewhere. Yeah, there's some female flower here. Yeah.
Yeah, that fruit
Yeah.
that you gave me last year was great. It was like, I don't like licorice or fennel, but it worked really good. I like it. It has that strong kind of licorice fennel
Try it
taste.
late in the season too. Okay, look at the fruit here. So for sure we're gonna have, look good. Look at the cluster with the female. So this bush will do, but that ugly thing. Yeah. And here I believe it's okra seedling.
Okay.
But look at here. I mean, it looked like a dry lack of water, but it's not. It's just the way it looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
pretty
mean, it grow
interesting.
from seed from down here and it grow up.
It's like like
Curve. It's like when the
a lot of
tree
curving.
die.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's just like this for months. I haven't seen any new shoot. Hopefully it doesn't have any root rot down there.
Okay.
But mango usually, but die, it's very quick.
Yeah. When they get
Exactly.
whatever
Over.
fungus or whatever root rot, it dies in a couple of days.
Right.
Like you see it when it goes downhill, it goes
Talk about
downhill.
that. So you look at that mango die.
Oh, that was a really nice one. What happened?
I think the banana just build up too high, and then I think that just the banana, whatever around, build up the soil, and then cover.
A lot of moisture.
So I immediately clear off. Then this is the Mahachinook graft. Yeah. So probably no more banana over here. Yeah. It's the sun too hot. Yeah.
Man,
Look
your
at this.
mahas are loaded
Yeah.
this year.
Exactly. Too many maha now. And so I didn't spray much. I see the fruit. I say enough. Yeah, I will leave it whatever I do.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm concerned, the fungus can
Get infect the other flowers.
infect the other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Same
But
thing
then-
with me. Like I
Yeah.
spray sometimes just to
Yeah.
make sure like when the other trees
Yeah.
spread it.
But it's just too much. So if I spray where the cluster female, and that's it for some fruit. The rest of them I let it too much. Too
You're probably the only person I heard that has said so far, I got too much maha,
Yeah,
especially
too
here in
much.
California.
Yeah, and too much. But this year it's early, so it tastes good. Otherwise, it's not much. Some branch of okra. This is in the shade, so I'm not sure. Will, but I see some here. Yeah, I mean this tree here up is lemon zest, 2 branches, and this lemon zest, this okra.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
not very much.
Okay.
And the okra tend to be a little lower, and this is more vigorous. So, but yeah, this is not a best location. But look at the fruit.
Yeah.
And
I
look at
mean,
how weird the fruit, how big it is, and the flower continue to bloom.
yeah, it's like this weird delay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. It's like
But if you look at the cluster, it's not like a feet away or 6 inch away,
it's
right?
right there.
They already there, but some flowers just open up soon and have fruitlet, and then the other one come out like months later. Yeah, same here. See how bad the disease. But I don't care until you see some female here. Then I will spray a little bit to protect it, and it turned out.
That
So
was
far,
nice,
so
'cause
good.
If you don't, the powdered mildew literally just covers the fruitlets
Yeah.
and just destroys it.
Right. And so far, so good. Look
Oh,
at that.
wow.
Look at that. Yeah.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at that. So,
Nice.
I
Hopefully
mean,
that
I
holds.
don't think all of them will drop. No. And look at that. So, yeah, it's weird thing. The fruit look very good and still have more flower with female. Yeah. Yeah, same here. Look at how bad around it. And it's just a good looking fruit and good female cluster. Yeah, so.
So this is all lemon zest,
Yeah,
right? Oh, this one on the top.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the year that maybe the combination of some spray I did early in the season.
Yeah. I mean, if it works again next year, then but it could just be a really good year too, right?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to tell if
could
like
be just a good year.
sometimes it's hard to tell if what we're
Because
doing
the flower
made an
puts out
effect,
during the
so-
dry, relative dry season.
Oh
So,
my gosh,
man,
this is.
so good.
I think you're gonna be. I mean, it's still too soon to tell, but oh wow, if you have your maha looks like that and your lemon zest looks like this,
That even
it's gonna
50%,
be like
70% drop. I still have a lot
yeah,
of fruit.
it's gonna be loaded.
So lemon zest, yeah. Yep. I may just check up all the span dry flower.
Yeah, like
Same
experiment
here.
with it on
Look
like
at
a
that.
few branches and
Good
stuff.
looking fruit, yeah. You can see this one will be a board, but look at the rest of them. 4 of them look
It's the same thing
strong.
like this, like wow,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah. So over here, this fruit I get a little power mildew, but I spray on it. So it will become look like this. So look nice. Yeah. Even look at how bad the power mildew. Amazing year. Yeah. And this branch is grown to eat this year.
oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like this
Yeah.
your yard this
Yep.
year, everything is setting really nicely.
Look at here, a fruit on top of fruit and a flower on top of fruit.
Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. I have
Yeah.
not seen like a
A fruit on top
let
of
me
fruit.
get a good picture of that one.
Yeah.
Like a little bloom on top of a fruitlet that has already set.
And I'm pretty sure those two, will be a board. Yeah. I never. But
very, very looks very impressive.
Yeah.
Brian. Oh, man.
yeah. And of course you see didn't spray that much, so still pound mildew, but look like look at that cluster. The pound mildew call for some of the fruit, but I think they will fine. Lemons, that's amazing.
I think all these ones that's like already like this dark green.
Yeah.
Oh, like
That will-
definitely
will
gonna
show,
make it,
huh?
for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the ones are still like small and pale yellow.
Yeah.
It's still iffy, but like these are here, like they look like man, they look
Yeah,
great.
this is just like what
And
I
I
just
think,
say.
I think you got. I mean, your blooms is earlier, and then
the timing,
timing is right because right now usually this is the worst time for
Exactly.
powdery mildew, right?
Oh my God, the
So
weather
if-
a little warm and
Yeah. So if you kind of made
make
some
it.
fruit set before that already, like it's probably it looks great, man.
And branch over here, still lemon zest, but that section is all okra. And look at
okay.
that.
That's okra.
Yeah, and you can see lemon zest never have but double, triplet fruit. And if you see something like that, very much they are okra.
Oh, got you. Okay. That's good to know.
Oh yeah, okra. Look at that. That fruit for sure. Yeah, that look yummy. Yeah, look at it. Double again on top of each other. Yeah.
That is bizarre. I have never seen so many of those at the same time.
They just like a cancer something. Yeah. Too many odd looking.
You think it might be caused by some fungal? Some
Have
fungal
no idea.
issue? That's,
This is not like the first time I have this.
You see it
almost
quite
every
often?
year. Yes, every year.
I've never seen a fruitlet
Yeah.
that had like a bloom on the tip of it.
Only on okra. Yeah. Very much nothing else. Yeah, for sure lemon zest. Never see any kind of odd fruit development like that. Yeah.
Nice, Brian. Nice. This is awesome. Especially this, this lemon zest, which you've been kind of like, not pampering, but you had for quite a while that has not been productive.
Yeah. And coexist with heavy power mildew in the laser flower. Yeah, there are some female flower here, so we'll see if this cluster really can hold some fruit. Yeah, I kind of willing to experiment.
Yeah, you got lots of new blooms too on the top.
And a few fruit also on some of the, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. It looks like to me like you had your first bloom, set a bunch of fruit, and then then some of the branches rebloom too.
Yeah.
Or even send out more blooms even though it's set fruit already.
Exactly. Look at this one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one is a good example.
I mean, like a full fruit already, and still send out new bloom.
It still send out more blooms on the end. So the first bloom set fruit, and then it pushed a lot more blooms afterwards.
You know, so now turn out, I almost like I hate lemons just so much. I say just chop it off. But now look like a quite easy to me.
You know, probably heard your threat.
Yeah. It's quite surprised, man. Last year I have 0. Can you imagine? Same tree like this, just 0 fruit. I mean, I have this graph for at least 7 years.
7 years.
And so far, I have total only 3 fruit at that 1 year, which is deep inside, and I didn't even know until they already big. But this year, it's like
so in 7 years you had 3 fruits.
3 fruit,
and now it happened in 1 year. And now this looks wow. I mean, like you said, if you even get like just 20% of it. It's just gonna be a really bountiful year.
Right. Yeah, the shade side it have some, but it's not much. But the sunny side.
Sunny side has quite a bit.
Yeah. Wow, this flower cover, yes, very bad. But I see a female here some so. Yeah, very much over here. I didn't spray any, and then you see it. Yeah, it end up with a few fruit. Yeah. So it turned out lemon zest can handle. I mean, if it have female fruit look like, and I think depend very much on the weather.
Yeah, it depends on the timing, right?
Exactly. I agree. Some years ago, even I have small female fruit, but they cover with powdery mildew, and that very much kill the fruit too.
It's interesting because there's some varieties I think that handles powdery mildew really horribly, right?
Yeah.
But they handle like other fungal stuff much better. So sometimes when it's blooming earlier and it's not powdery mildew season, they tend to set. Like I've grown Nam Dak Mai number 4. That one's very powder mildew prone. But on years where it's kind of blooming at a time where it's kind of a bit more, it's not there's not much powder mildew, but it's like even raining and stuff. They seem to set fruit.
Yeah.
But then there's years when it's blooming where it's like powder mildew prime temperature doesn't set fruit at all. You know, so some varieties I mean, it seems like lemon zest handles the other fungal bit better, but maybe not handle powder mildew that well. So
the only thing I'm a little concerned is if the early fruit that form when the weather's still cold may not have the seed. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You get those nubbins.
And they when they about thumb size, then they just turn little yellow and drop. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So just
sometimes
cross finger. Yeah. Hopefully not that the case. But
some varieties drop quite a bit. Some varieties don't drop, and some varieties crack. From what I've seen with those nubbins.
Yeah. Right. And that crack, it turned out. No seed inside. Even they about this big, they crack, and I open out. No seed.
It's just an empty seed husk. Some varieties hold on to it really well, though. I'm not familiar with lemon zest nubbins. I don't know if they hold to maturity well.
Yeah,
never. They could be. I'm not sure.
Never have one. Chinook maybe even.
Chinook holds.
Exactly.
Holds.
Chinook,
like it's an empty seed husk and everything. It doesn't crack. It ripes like perfectly.
It looked like it have seed, but then it's flat like a paper. There are no embryo, nothing inside. So that's fine. But all lemon zest. If no seed, forget it. Won't work.
You never know. It might. Since you haven't had much production, it'd be a good year to see what happens.
unnamed cutting you grab.
Yeah, I took
Did you take any?
I took some Namahas you gave
Yeah.
me, and they took. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had
but-
maybe one failure, but most of them did take.
Yeah, but I also remember that seedling, that famous seedling. You have some cutting from it.
Your peach cobblers, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. I took a couple and
survive.
they survived, and
Oh,
the fruit plus the, like one has like a bunch of fruitlets on
Really?
it. No branches, because I grafted it late last
Yeah.
year, right? So
Oh, not
no
up much
no
because
branches.
it
It
was
was
first
just
year,
yeah,
so
it just
I-
pushed out of bloom
Yeah.
and set.
Yeah, I'm not sure it will hold. Yeah. Usually the first year, then it's a little weak. So, oh yeah, can go back. To
Oh yeah, we gotta check out your seedlings.
Yeah. And that's a peach cobbler seedling.
That's another peach cobbler
Yeah.
seedling, right?
This tree I haven't had single fruit yet, so hopefully this year. Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird, huh? I mean,
But
it's,
very again very clean. But
Yeah.
when you look at, I feel like when you look at the peach cobbler, it's like a lot
Male.
of male blooms.
that's how
know?
it happened for the last few years. Just no female, no fruit set. But the weird thing that side on the driveway,
Yeah.
I mean, it had fruit like on the very much the first or one or second year. And this one, yeah, same sort of flower looking.
Yeah.
So I think it's it's really related with the peach cobbler. I hope it's good or even better than that one. That would be great.
I mean, peach cobbler seems to have a pretty good genetic in terms of like
Yeah.
powder mildew
Mhm.
resistance.
This grow very good too. Look at this is much younger. I mean, this is like I would say 5 years or 6 years old.
Okay, 5,
Yeah.
6. Yeah, that's large.
Compared to that canned seedling, you
Yeah.
see it? Awful. I mean, yeah. Maybe I grabbed too soon on that tree. I don't know, but yeah, it looked good. Let's go. Let's get through. And most the other side. This I didn't grow it. The bird
Oh, some
grow
kind
it.
of
Yeah.
animal or
So
bird.
I have no idea what type of. This is okra seedling. Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
again, giving me no fruit yet so far, but hopefully I see some female.
some
Yeah.
female
Yeah.
fruits on
Yeah.
it. Female
Oh
flowers.
yeah, this look a little bit bigger here, and this cluster look very clean. I may spray a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, if I see the female seed, then maybe I will interest to spray. Otherwise, yeah, too lazy.
And again, this is like 5, 6 years old, right?
Yeah, that very much. This and this same
age.
year. Yeah, same age.
Yes, that's a nice size for. It's a great size.
Yeah. And this is
You guys-
completely, as we discussed before, it's completely in the shade, right under the roof, and it's not like a wet winter kill it. My belief is if the tree exposed too much to the sun during summer, it weaken, and the wet winter will kill it. Not in this case.
Yeah, I agree. Like when they get too much sun exposure in summer,
They
like I
don't-
think there's a lot of damage to the
Exactly.
branch, even though you might not be able to see it. And then when it comes to winter, then
Yeah.
all this fungal issue kind of get into the branch,
Right.
and then they just
Right.
one week would just end up dying.
Yep. Yeah. So this look potential. Yeah.
Ooh, how's the other seedling doing?
Yeah. This seedling, look at the flower. It look like also some sort of a peach color.
Yeah. They all have that same kind
Yep.
of very
Yeah.
the
White,
color of
white,
the flowers,
pink.
and then how clean it is.
Yeah, really deep clean. Except this one, see, it look like a little fungus in it. But yeah, this is all.
Yeah, I could see fruitlets on it on the top
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
A bunch of fruitlets.
Yeah, last year the rat chews on some fruit. This year I have the metal basket. So yeah, I will fight back this year. Yeah, some fruitlet for sure. So look good.
So there's 3 seedlings, right? One tree right there to the right, another one here in the middle.
You know, this one I have no idea what
Not
is
sure
it.
which one this is.
Yeah, and it also have flower. But look, this one came same tree. Look at in the shade. Look how bad the palm mildew on it.
Oh yeah. That's the one bad thing about, you know, the shade. You get the great growth, but I think some of the fungal issue kind of spreads easier.
Yeah.
This one's a huge bloom.
Yeah.
Lots of female.
Yeah, a few here. We'll see if take or not. I will spray a little bit later. Now I see the fruit, but some the early like this one is all 100% male, so completely nothing left. Yeah. This one also very much all male, I think. So it's okay.
Oh, look, there's a branch, right? Which one is that?
Let me see.
Branch. Look at the fruitlets on this one right here.
Yeah, this is the second tree. Let's see what.
It's the very top.
Oh, is that right?
See that?
Yeah, I don't know what variety this one. I don't even see
hopefully
the
you
flower
find out.
on this one. If I see the flower, maybe it help identify a little bit. I think very much. You know, all the flower very much it came from.
Yeah, most of the blooms that we're
came
seeing
from the
here is
far
coming from this
right
far
one.
right tree right here.
Yeah, but
It's kind of spreading
this one.
everywhere.
Oh, look at this. This one have bunch of fruitlet. Look at it covered by palm mildew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's too late to rescue.
You can always try. Doesn't
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
At worst, like you know, you get some nubbins and stuff.
Yeah.
You
But
still get some taste of it.
But
you know?
the stem is still look very healthy.
it look really
so
strong.
we'll see. I agree. We'll try it. Look at the shape of the flower. Look like a very much similar to the far right tree.
Yeah, look at the
I
powder
couldn't.
mildew on
I
that.
couldn't. For sure, none of them is mahachinok. For sure. Which is luckily, I think I have enough of that. Yeah. So anything else is a plus.
You're the only one I've heard who has said that you have too much maha.
Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about this tree. This tree, I thought that it more relay with cane or something. It have a single trunk go up, and then it died down to the ground from disease, and then somehow from the ground it pop up the new branch, and that become this. I thought it already died.
Okay.
So it's a little story on that, yeah.
Huh.
So the leaf and everything look different than the
Are
other tree.
these younger than the 5-6 years?
No,
Or
same.
Same
all
age.
same
Oh,
time.
let me
Yeah.
try to get a video
Because
of
this one,
because,
like you say, the main
there's like
trunk it
4
died already.
seedlings there, right?
Yeah, one.
So
one,
this
two,
one's
three,
like
4.
yeah, this one's like the largest.
Yeah, that one if we already know. That
And
for
then
sure.
there's another one here.
Yeah, that one.
Probably the smallest one.
Mm-hmm.
Or the
That
one
one-
Brian mentioned with the dieback.
Die back. Look like
to
that
the
one
right.
is more sort of disease issue. But the other two
And
look
then,
very
yeah, the one
strong.
on the right here is possibly a peach cobbler seedling.
Yeah.
This is the one that has all the blooms pushing everywhere.
Yeah. And I have a couple of seedlings the other side, but they very small.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, awesome, Brian. This looks great.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a bountiful year.
yeah. So we'll see how the fruit taste. It's almost like a bottle brush. Yeah, very damn.
That might be in our area too, because I'm not sure if it's the cold weather does that to some of the varieties, where it's like really, really dense
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah,
like
you
this.
see here.
you know?
Yeah, this look different. Yeah, yeah. More coming
More
out.
kind of spread out.
Yeah, and this is probably a late Mahachinook. Yeah, something.
Yeah, love these maha. They look great.
Yeah, if my prediction is the okra there will ripe around end of June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. They ripen early.
Yeah, they early, and still even early. Not much time with the sun, but the fruit is packed with ton of sugar. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Have
sweet
you
fruit.
ever tasted Sao Cao grow okra?
No, never.
Very
I
good.
never tasted okra
Yeah,
before.
very good. So hopefully
heard
we
of it.
have some fruit to eat this year.
Gosh, this is beautiful.
Now I can see it.
Yeah, this is the peach cobbler seedling that I had got to taste last year,
Yeah.
which was
How multi
very
resistant.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, peach cobbler's a good one to kind of use for
And
breeding.
the
probably,
timing,
you know?
it's just It's not the
It just
early
needs more.
flower.
It just needs more female blooms on it. I feel that's like the peach cobbler issue.
But the fruit is fairly big, so each cluster I think it probably will hold about 1 or 2 fruit.
Yeah.
There's a size.
Do you know what seedling this is?
No, I don't.
So
But
like
look,
a 3-year-old that's blooming.
yeah, and look like there's some female fruit. Flower. Look like it have some
like this
fruit.
flowers. That's like, as long as like that has some female flowers, it's probably gonna set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a couple seedlings that were, gosh, they were only like 18, 19 months old that bloomed this year.
Wow. Yeah.
But they're too small though. They're not
Yeah.
gonna hold anything. I mean, I have to cut it off. It's just like, was not looking for that.
Yeah.
But it was like 18, 19 months and they started blooming. I'm like,
Yeah.
man.
This you gave me last year. Yeah. It's from a stuff for.
Oh yeah, the alfalfa seedlings. Yeah, you planted at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
But I little concerned that your medium soil, have no soil at all. So I worry that two different soil.
Like too much of a drastic change.
Look like it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do well. Let's see how it does in your area.
It's about-
I know it does pretty well in the coastal
Yeah.
area,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen many people experiment with lots of the alfalfa seedlings more inland.
Talk about seedling. Let me bring out some of the. You have to plant them out today.
So this is how you start your
Yep.
seedlings, right?
Yep, that's how I start in the winter.
In the winter, yeah. I have a hard time starting seedlings in winter. Anything outside just doesn't want to do well.
So
Has
this
to
is
be inside.
the old oven.
So you put this in a plastic container and then you just throw it in your oven.
Yeah, with
Like
some
with
water.
Some water.
The oven have to have a pilot light.
Pilot light.
Yeah, so
no electrical oven.
no, yeah, so that won't work. Yeah, so it keep inside probably around close to 80 Fahrenheit, something like that.
Oh,
And
yeah,
look like
that
it
looks
works.
good. Looks good. Like
Yeah,
what kind of,
no disease, no fungus at all.
Yeah.
This is
How often you change out the water?
I didn't change on this one at
Oh.
all. Yeah.
Oh yeah, looks.
Yeah. But yeah, it grows good.
What seeds are these?
A tofu.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they all The early one I worry a little bit. I mean the fruit box. My wife bought it probably a month ago, and I thought the early one they radiate the fruit, so the seed look a little bit blue, dark. So I thought, probably didn't work. But it turned out it's okay. Yeah. It's like that.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
it
it has that
work.
browning.
But then the second box look like it tastes much better. Look at that. This one just fell off and it still grow. You know they
The polyembryonic,
yeah.
like segments.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
as soon as they grow the main stem about this tall, I will transfer to a little taller box until there's a few leaves. Man, look at, I just open and they meet the sun and they just put up like an inch tall. Couldn't put back in the box for sure.
See, this would be a good method for like a lot of the California fruits because we get them towards the end of the year. And they just like, they're just like tough to start out. Lots of our toffles, I just buy the summer fruit. I just start out and it starts
that's
easily.
perfect time,
But the local fruits, it's like tough to start those. You need you need to be indoor or like heat and stuff to really do well.
During summer, I usually don't put in the box. I just plant it directly down the soil and cover with some leaf, whatever, provide a little shade, and they work fine. I don't have to move, transplant. But in colder weather, this is probably the best way.
Cool, looking good.
I mean, the root is just developed for so long. So this is one way, for people to get seedling. You grow quite many seedling from.
I grow a lot of toffles, but I grow it in summer. I don't even try like the winter fruits because even for me, when some of the winter seedlings, even though they start up without the heat and stuff, they just kind of like go very slow and very weak, and it seems like that kind of slows it down even like further. Like if I start I feel like if I start a winter seed, and then it just kind of goes, and by summer it doesn't even go that much further. But if I start a summer seed, like in a less amount of time, I get a bigger tree. I don't know. So.
Have you planted all your seedling like the same size of the box you gave to me? Have you planted all them out?
Those imported Indian mangoes I gave you are irradiated. They don't start. They they always look like they were sprout, but then they just stop.
No. I mean all the 1 gallon or whatever contain you to see put on the front. Have you planted all of them out?
I haven't planted all of it, but I planted out a bunch of it. This year I put down another probably like half dozen seedlings into the ground, and then they're like all the premium new kind of Florida varieties seedlings that came from there.
Okay.
This looks good, right? Looks good.
What about this one? Is this
I mean, this is...
Have you ever grown up a tree from a little segment like this?
I have done it before but it was only because it was a hard seedling to get. So that's why I decided to keep it. So I had an M4 where it was growing out, and then when not when it wasn't even growing out yet, I took it out of fruit and I was about to plant it out, but the segments were already loose, so they all just kind of came apart real quickly. So I had some that was like that size, and I still planted it because it was an M4, so it was kind of hard to find or hard to get your hands on variety. It hasn't done well. It's still very slow because it doesn't have that energy to push it in the beginning. So it feels like it's always like a couple of years behind.
But the dominant one, it tend to be true with the parent.
My experiments has shown that it's usually the dominant or like the second dominant one seems to be the pollinated variety. That's what I found from my experiments. But that could kind of depend on the variety, maybe is influencing it. Like I think if you're growing maybe a lot more dwarf varieties, it might be the other way around. So from what I've seen, the dominant one was usually the pollinated seed. And I was able to kind of verify that with like the leaf test and very distinguished leaf smell. But
so very much, even it's a poly imperial. It's very much just one, huh? Oh, this one have 2 branches. In just one. Let's see, 1 or 2. It's very much hard to say. It looks like only from one seed or one section.
Looks like, let me see. I think there's 2.
Two, huh?
Wait, no. Why is this merged? Why is the root merge? I mean, it looks like there's one segment right here,
Right.
and the other segment on the top.
Yeah.
But I don't know why the roots are kind of merged together. Like, see, two tap
Oh,
roots.
right.
Two tap roots, but they're merged together.
No way it can be separate now. Yeah.
Huh, that's kind of interesting.
So that may become almost like a nut tree. Grow up twin.
I mean, I've had lots of my poly seeds.
Yeah.
I just grow it together.
Yeah.
Like at worst, you just cut one off or anything like that. You don't need it.
Or tie them together and they just join.
Yeah, or like graft them together.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Good experiment, right?
We'll grow this, plant it out in the pot.